The green reclaimer. I stood there, heart pounding as the gavel fell. The courtroom was silent, the air thick with tension. The city of New Haven is hereby ordered to implement the Green Reclaimer's soil regeneration plan across all brownfield sites within the next 6 months. The judge's words echoed through the room, sealing my victory. I had done it. I had proven them all wrong. But this wasn't just about me. This was about every voice that had been silenced. Every warning ignored, every dream mocked. I fought back to the day it all began, the day that changed everything. The gripping hook. Paranoia, he spat, slamming his fist on the table. Your warnings are nothing but paranoia, Mark. We're not going to let some tree hugger derail our project. I stared at the board of directors, my heart sinking. I had spent years building my reputation, only to be dismissed like a child. They laughed, their voices echoing in the sterile boardroom. Soil regeneration? Microbial ecology? You sound like a mad scientist, Mark. This isn't science, it's pseudoscience. I left that room with nothing but my dignity and a burning resolve. They had betrayed me, but I wouldn't let them win. I would prove them wrong, no matter what it took. The painful departure and relentless pursuit. I walked away from my job, my reputation in tatters. My family didn't understand. You're throwing away your career, my father said, his voice heavy with disappointment. You'll never amount to anything with this ridiculous obsession. But I couldn't let go. I had seen the damage, the pollution choking our cities, and I knew there had to be a better way. I moved to a small town far from the city lights and started my work. I was alone, mocked by my peers, ridiculed for my beliefs. But I didn't care. I had a mission, a purpose. I would show them the power of nature, the resilience of life, the arduous ascension and profound triumph. The years passed, and I worked tirelessly. I experimented, failed, and tried again. I studied microbial ecology, learning the secrets of soil regeneration. I transformed barren lands into thriving ecosystems, one plot at a time. My work gained attention, and slowly the ridicule turned into respect. I remembered the first time I saw a seedling sprout in the heart of a polluted wasteland. It was a small victory, but it was a victory nonetheless. I knew then that I was on the right path. I continued to fight, to push, to prove that my beliefs were valid. And then the breakthrough. The city of New Haven approached me. They had seen my work, the transformation I had brought to other cities, and they wanted the same for their brownfield sites. I was given the chance to implement my soil regeneration plan on a massive scale. The cathartic return and poetic justice. I stood in the courtroom, the judge's words still ringing in my ears. I had won. I had proven them all wrong. But the real victory was yet to come. I returned home, to the family that had mocked me, the peers who had ridiculed me. I invited them to see my work, to witness the transformation I had brought to the city. They came, their faces filled with curiosity and skepticism. We stood on the edge of a once polluted wasteland, now a thriving green space. The air was filled with the scent of blooming flowers, the sound of birdsong. My family looked around, their eyes wide with disbelief. Is this your work? My father asked, his voice barely above a whisper. I nodded, a smile playing on my lips. Yes, it is. This is what I've been fighting for. This is what I've been trying to show you. They looked at me, their faces filled with awe and shame. They had mocked me, dismissed me, but now they saw the truth. They saw the power of my beliefs, the validity of my dreams. The insightful ending. As I stood there, surrounded by the beauty of nature, I realized that my journey was not just about proving them wrong. It was about proving myself right. It was about showing the world that even the most ridiculous dreams can come true, that even the most mocked beliefs can bring about change. I looked at my family, their faces filled with regret. I knew they would never mock me again. I knew they would never dismiss my dreams, because they had seen the truth. They had witnessed the power of belief, the resilience of the human spirit. And as I stood there surrounded by the green spaces I had created, I knew that I had achieved something far greater than success. I had achieved redemption. I had achieved peace. I had reclaimed my life, my dreams, and my future. And I would never let anyone take them away from me again. The end.